What is going on, my beautiful friends? Thank you so much for joining me on another edition of Trail Talks. Today, we are headed to Rocky Mountain, Alberta, one of the most beautiful and epic places you can ever ride a bike in your life, one of the best double black backcountry adventure trails. We are talking the Razor's Edge in Canmore, Alberta. This is a chapter out of my book, The Best Mountain Bike Trails in Canada, available now on Amazon, your official Canadian mountain biking guidebook. Yes, it is. My friends, for those of you who have never been out to the Canmore area, this town is just about half an hour down the highway from Banff. So it has that big, beautiful mountain scenery, those turquoise, beautiful Kool-Aid looking lakes, and it has some very fun mountain biking. I like to say this kind of area in Kananaskis, Canmore, Banff, this is kind of the hiking area of the world. I don't know where you'll find better hikes, especially not in Canada. But it's also got some pretty good mountain biking too. And those of you advanced riders looking for an insane backcountry, gnarly adventure, look no further than the Razor's Edge just outside of Canmore, Alberta. And let me tell you, this is one of the most epic bike trails in Canada you could ever hope to do, my friends. Let us get into it. So Razor's Edge, it's a big, long, bad beast of a double black coming in at 6.2 kilometers with 206 meters of climb and 533 meters of descent. So this is not a downhill trail. You will have to do lots of climbing and traversing on it. So have your cardio in effect, which is the second point I wrote. Anyways, my friends, let us get into it. This is a very unique, best double black Gnar trail in all of Alberta, and I wrote adventure here. So come prepared for an all-day adventure. This trail probably shouldn't take you more than 4 or 5 hours if you're a relatively fit rider, which you need to be. But you know, come prepared with everything you may need, and this is gnarly terrain. So make sure you have all your spare tubes and your pumps and your patch kits and your tubeless wheels, because this place could give you a puncture quite easily. So come prepared with everything you need, all of your food and water for an all-day epic, because this place is high up in the mountains, so not a lot of amenities, very close by. So come prepared for a very unique, best double black Gnar adventure trail in all of Alberta, which I truly think it is. Second point I wrote here is cardio. This one will get you. A lot of people say, and I can agree, the hardest part of this trail is the climbs on the trail and the traversing. Not to mention the massive climb you need to do to get up there. So lots of climbing meters on this trail. Lots of cardio is needed. This trail will get you. Do not expect to get to the top and just bomb right down. This trail has 206 meters of climb on it. So lots of climbing. Difficult climbing at times, very technical climbing at times. So be ready to get your ass kicked, okay? This one, you'll be quite tired by the time you get back to the car, I'm sure. So be ready with your cardio game. Be ready to climb 206 meters additionally once you've reached the top of the trailhead. It is epic, my friends. What is the next point? Scenery unmatched. This Rocky Mountain scenery, this part of the world, this is where you want to be descending on a steep ridge line, just taking it all in, taking all the views, and just lush green pine jungles going on forever, turquoise blue lakes, Rocky Mountains everywhere the eye can see. Canadian scenery does not get much better than this, my friends. What is next? Ridge spin riding. What did I write? Spine. That's supposed to say spine. So a lot of this trail is up on one kind of ridge, one kind of spine. You're literally riding down the spine of this mountain. And it couldn't get more epic than that. This is why this is a truly unmatched journey. It's just, you're going right down the spine for much of this, and it just gets better towards the bottom and steeper and more slabby, and it is epic. What an epic journey it is. So let's talk about the trail a bit here. Loose rock, steep, slabby, Gnar. So a lot of the time you can find a lot of loose rocks, making the trail even more gnarly and technical than it is. This trail is already very chunky, steep, and slabby. So when you throw in the loose rock, some of that loosey terrain just makes things a bit more squirrelier. So be ready for lots of loose rock and some steep, slabby Gnar. Now, once you get more towards the bottom half of the trail, it kind of turns into a choose your adventure at some point. It is hard to know which is the exact trail because you are just on one massive steep slab. So choose your adventure very wisely once you get closer to the bottom, because there has been people who have went well off the trail. So do not ride off of the mountains, my friend. Stay on the trail and try and scope your lines, and obviously go slow your first time down. The bottom half can get quite steep and slabby, so always scope your lines and never go race speed your full time down. Never go race speed your full time down. That is never recommended. And then I'm going to say it ends with some sweet, flowier single track terrain. So once you get out of that steep slab, you get back on some dirt that'll take you down to the car area or the highway area. Yes. So absolutely epic trail, my friends. Absolutely one of the best double blacks you will ever ride in your life. Do not expect a downhill trail. Do not expect a flowy trail. Expect a steep, slab-filled, loose, rock-filled beast with exhausting climbs and just great, epic backcountry views, and you're going to be pinned the whole way, my friends. My God. If you guys are interested in checking out all the best trails in this country, check out the book on Amazon. So much quality is in there for you guys. All of the best mountain biking in one place. Thank you very much, my friends, for coming in and watching another video. We have more to talk about soon. We will be releasing a video on Banff this weekend, which is right down the street. Some really good riding in this Bow Valley, Canmore, Banff area, and I hope you get to ride it all, my friends. Peace and lots of love. I am out.